What if I told you that you could build a fully functional online store in just a few minutes without any tech skills or design experience? Whether you're a complete beginner or someone who's been thinking about starting an e-commerce business for a while, this video will walk you through everything you need to know. I'll show you how to create a professional Shopify store completely from scratch, even if you've never touched Shopify before. By the end of this tutorial, you have a ready-to-sell complete store and you know the exact methods on how to build your own. Alright, let's not waste any more time and jump right into building your Shopify store. The first step in creating your Shopify store is signing up for a Shopify account. For that, you want to click the link in the description or search for buyhassle.com/Shopify and then hit enter. Using this link, it allows you to try out Shopify for free for the first 3 days and then $1 per month for the next 3 months. So here you just want to click the button start free trial, and then on the next page, Shopify will ask you to sign up with your email address. Now on the next page, Shopify asks you some questions about your business. These include questions like, are you already selling, what's your current revenue, and what industry will you be operating in? Now you can answer all of these questions right here, but for this tutorial, I'm going to click skip at the bottom of the page. Next up, Shopify asks you to start your free trial by creating an account. So I'm going to click sign up with email right here, and then here I'm going to enter my details. So then we click create Shopify account, and then here this is where you choose your plan. As shown before, with any of the plans you get 3 days for free. And honestly, for 90% of the people, the basic plan is already more than enough. So I'm gonna click try basic, then here fill in all my payment information and then subscribe for $1. So great, we've now successfully created our Shopify account and we should be looking at our Shopify dashboard. This is the control center of our entire store, and on the left side you can see options like home, orders and products, and we'll be using many of these options throughout this tutorial. Also, it's important to know that Shopify has now sent a verification email right here, and you just want to click the confirm email button. Now on the dashboard again, let's set up the look and feel of our store by choosing a theme. Look at the left sidebar on your screen and find online store right here and click on it. From here, you want to go to themes, which is the first option showing. You'll now see the current theme, which by default is the Dawn theme. This is a great starting point, but if you want to explore other options, you can scroll down where you can see some other free themes as well. For more options, we can press the button right here that says Visit Theme Store, which brings us to the official Shopify theme for our store. Right now, you can select between paid and free ones. I'm gonna select free, and we can now choose any of these, and you can choose whichever one you like. For this tutorial, I'll stick with the Dawn theme since it's clean, modern, and works well for most type of stores. So I go back to the previous page, I can scroll up and I'll click customize on my theme. This then brings us to the theme editor of our site, and now we're in the theme editor. First thing we want to do is allow the third-party cookies right here if it shows up. So we click allow cookies right here, then once again here, and there we go. So right now we're on the opening soon page of our website, and we don't want that. We want to go to the home page. So you press the menu right here and you go to the home page. If you are already on the home page by default, then that's great. As we can see, this is now how our homepage looks like. It is a template and we're going to edit all of this. For example, the announcement bar, which is right here, the header, which is right here, and then we have an image banner right here, and heading again, and a featured collection, which we can see right here. Now let's first start by adding our logo. So on the left sidebar, click on settings right here, and then the first option says logo, and you want to click on that. Here we can upload our logo to the store. So if you already have a logo, click on upload right here, and then upload it here from your PC. Now, if you don't have a logo yet, don't worry, you can also use a text-based logo for now. So right here, I just uploaded my logo, and then now I'm gonna hit done. Then as you can see, it appears here, and now it appears here as well as our main site logo. Now after uploading it, you might need to adjust the size. So for example, I change this to 100 pixels, and as we can see, the logo gets a little bigger. Now let's now also customize the main banner on our website, as you can see right here. So let's go back to sections right here, and then go to image banner. When we're on here, on the other side of the screen, we can see 2 image sections. So I'm going to change this image by clicking select and then also uploading this the same way as the logo. So as you can see, here is the banner. So I click open and now it's going to upload, and now it's done. I press done, and then as you can see, it now changed the banner. Now make sure the banner represents your brand as well. This is the first thing visitors see when they land on your store. Now after changing this, we can also change the text on the heading right here. Now by default, this is set to browse our latest products, but we want to change this to a slogan, to something catchy. So we just click the heading, and right here a text box appears, and we can just paste in a new heading, and as you can see, I changed it to blend anywhere, anytime with Blend Go. Now, if you need help making a slogan or brand name for your store, you can easily do that with AI tools like ChatGPT the same way I did. Now also, let's customize the button that appears on your banner right here. So right here we can click the button label, and now we can edit this as well on the right side of our screen. So right now it says Shop All, but I'm gonna change this to Shop Now, and as you can see it now changes, as I think that's a little better. Now we can link that to all products, but we don't have any products added yet. I will show you how to do that soon. For now, this is totally fine. Okay, once we've done that, we can scroll down and we now have a section of a template with featured products. Now, if you're planning on adding multiple products to your site, you can leave it like this. And once you've added the products, it will automatically be filled with products you added to the site. However, I'm just gonna add one product. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a section right here and I'm gonna say featured product. Right now, as you can see in big, we see a template of a featured product, but now behind we have the featured products as well. I think this is a bit double, so I'm gonna remove this section by pressing right click and then hit remove. Now, as you can see, this is how the current homepage looks with a newsletter page on the bottom of the screen. Now feel free to add as many sections as you want to the homepage right here to make it feel complete. The drag and drop system here makes it really easy. Now that we have the basic look of our store set up, let's also add products. So first make sure to save your theme right here by going to the top right corner and hit save. Once you've done that, go to the other side and click exit right here. Now in the dashboard, look at the left sidebar and find products right here and click on it. Right now a black button that says add products appears and we want to click that as well. You'll now see a page where you can enter all the information and details about your products. So let's go through all these sections right here. Start with the title of your product. So type in a clear and descriptive name for your product. I'm gonna do Blend Go Portable Blender as my website is about the portable blender. Next we go to the description. This is where you'll provide information about your product. Make sure to include things like the materials, the key features, sizing information and much more. And if you're not sure what to write, you can also ask ChatGPT to write a description for you just like I did. For example, you can ask, write me a product description about my portable blender. Then here you want to fill in specific information you found about your product and you can hit enter and now it's going to generate a fully functional description for you. So I think this is already pretty good, so I'm going to select this. And then back in Shopify, I'm just going to paste it down. Now you can give it more specific points and make this prettier, but right now this is already doing the job. Now let's also add product images. So here in the media section, you want to press on this and upload all the product photos that you have. Now here once again, you want to select them from your computer, hit open, and now they are being uploaded on the site. Now uploading high quality photos of your product is crucial. Once this is done, you can click done. And customers can't physically touch or see the product before buying, so this is really important. Then the category is already auto-filled based on the title, which for me is perfect. And then next up, we can select the pricing. So here we can select the product price. So for example, I want to say it's $29.99. And if you want to make it look like a sale, I can add the compare price at 60. So now it's going to look like it's always at a 50% discount, which can increase the conversion rate. Then you can also fill in how much it costs for you to source a product. For example, for me it could be $10 to source the product, and it's already calculating the margin and the profit on a sale. Then if you want to track inventory, find the inventory section right here and make sure that track quantity is turned on. Then here you can enter in the quantity, so let's say 50, and now Shopify will automatically list it at out of stock once you sold 50 products. If you don't want that to happen, make sure to select this box right here. Okay, then scroll down further to the shipping section right here. And if you know the weight of your product, enter it in right here, as it will make it easier to calculate shipping costs accurately. If you're not selling a physical product, you can also select it right here if you're selling digital downloads or other. If you're not selling a physical product, so for example a download, you can also untick this box right here. Then if your product has different options like sizing or colors, scroll down to the variants. And then you want to click on add options. Right here you can add options like colors, you can also add sizes, and then Shopify will automatically create all possible combinations. Now if your product has different options like sizes or colors, scroll down till you see variants right here. Then right here we can add options like colors, but we can also add another option like size, and then we can add the sizes right here. And once you fill these in, Shopify will automatically create all the possible combinations. And finally, in the search engine listing section, you can customize how your product will appear in the search results. If you leave this blank, Shopify will use the product title and description automatically, which in my opinion always looks fine. Once you've filled out all the necessary information, click the save button down here. So there we go, we now added our first product. Repeat this process for all the products you want to add to your store. If you have many products, this might take some time, but it's worth doing thoroughly as good product listings are key to making sales. Now, collections help organize your product and make it easier for customers to find what they're looking for. Let's create a collection by going to the left sidebar again and then click collection right here under products. Now right here, go to this button that says create collection. On the collection page, start by entering a name for your collection in the title. So I'm going to say best sellers. Next, we add a description. This helps customers understand what types of products they'll find in this collection and also helps them with search engine optimization. So I'll add something like this: a sleek collection of portable blenders designed for vibrant, on-the-go nutrition, etc. Now scroll down till you see collection type, and here we have two options, manual and smart. If you choose manual, you need to add products to this collection yourself. This is good for curated collections like staff picks or featured products. If you choose smart, products will be automatically added to this collection based on conditions that you set. For example, right here, I can set a condition: if price is greater than $20, it will be automatically set in this collection. So you can choose either one of them, whichever fits you better, and once you've done that, we can hit save. Now let's add this collection to our page so customers can easily find it. So go back to online store right here and then click on customize once this is done loading. And then right here, press the button. And right here, when we go to the navigation, we can go to collections. And right here, we have a default collection, which is the bestseller one we just made. So as you can see right now, it's only showing one product. That's because I only added one product to this store. But if you have more, this section will be filled with products that are in this collection. What we can also do is add this to our homepage. We can go to the homepage again, right here, then add a section, and then click on featured collection. Then going to the top right, we can select the collection and we can select best sellers right here, and as you can see, it shows again. But as I said already that this will be double with the featured product, I'm going to remove this section once again. Instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to this section of the product and then select the product right here again, and then select the Blend Go portable blender. Then once again, it shows in the screen. But this just comes down to personal preference and how you want to build your site, but for me this now looks fine, and I'm going to hit save. Now, a well-organized navigation menu here makes it easy for customers to browse to your store. Let's start setting this up. Let's first hit exit to go back to our dashboard. And from here, we want to go to content and go to menus right here. Now on the menu page, you'll see three default menus: the main menu, the footer menu, and the customer's account menu. The main menu is what appears on the top of the screen, and the footer menu is what appears at the bottom of the screen. The other menu is just for clients checking out. Now let's start with the main menu, so I click on main menu to edit it. Now you'll see that Shopify already added home, catalog, and contact as pages in this menu. To add more items, click the add menu item right here, and a new section will appear where you can create your menu item. Now in the name field, enter what you want the menu item to be called, like shop, collections, about us, or contact, and I'll add shop. Then in the link field, click on the drop down menu like this to select where this menu item should link to. For the shop, I'm going to products and then click on all products. So now when people click on shop, they'll be taken to a page where all products are shown. If you want to create a drop down, now feel free to customize this to your liking by, for example, also adding a tracking link or an about us page. Once you're done editing, click save. Now let's also edit the footer menu by clicking on the button right here again. Now the footer menu is a good place to add links to important pages like about us or contact and your store policies. So I'm gonna click add menu item and I'm gonna say privacy policy. Just like that, and then at the link I'm going all the way down to policies and I click privacy policy. And once you've added all the footer menu items, click save right here to apply the changes. Every professional store needs certain pages to build trust with customers, so let's create these now. I'm talking about refund policies, privacy policies, and more. First, let's go ahead and create the privacy policy page. So go to online store and then go to pages down there. So first we want to go to online store and then go to pages down here. From here we want to click add page right here. Now first, let's create an about us page. So we want to go to online store and then click on pages beneath it. From here, go to the top right where it says add page. And for the title, I'm going to say about us, and for the content, you can start writing about you. You want to write a brief description of your brand and mission, and this is your chance to connect with customers and tell your story. Include information on how you started your business, your values, what makes your product special, and more. Now again, if you're not sure what to write, you can use ChatGPT to write your about page. I did the same thing and this is what it came up with. Now obviously you want to take the time and make this look professional, unlike this demonstration. You can also add paragraphs, pictures, and much more. And once you're finished, you can scroll down and click the save button right here. Now let's do this again by making the contact page. So we can click pages right here again, go to add page, and then do the same thing for contact. I have a template right here, which you can also access in the comments down below, where I will pin it for email, phone number, the business hours, and some text to make it look good. And once your contact page is also done, click save. Now next up, we need to set up store policies. Now these are important legal documents that protect your business and inform customers about your practices. For this, we want to go to settings down here, and then from here we want to find policies all the way down. On the policies page, you'll see a template for all the essential policies. Refund policy, privacy policy, terms of service, shipping policy, and contact information. Let's start with the refund policy. Now Shopify made this actually really easy, as we can just insert this from a template. And as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now read through this template carefully and modify it to actually match your refund practices. If you, for example, have a 14-day return policy, you can change that right here. You can add your return address, change the according email, and just make sure that everything here lines up. Pay special attention to things like return shipping costs, restocking fees, and conditions for accepting returns. And once you've customized this, you can click publish. Now to be completely honest, this will be essentially the same thing for all the other options right here. You simply need to make them from the template that it gives you and you're good to go. Also, the contact information right here is really straightforward. It's gonna ask you for a template right here and just fit in all the information that's necessary. And then before we can start selling, we need to set up how we'll accept payments and ship products. Let's start with the payments first. So once again, in the settings tab, click on payments right here. On this page, you'll see various payment providers that you can use. By far the easiest option is by using Shopify Payments. This is Shopify's built-in payment processor, and to set this up, simply click Account Setup. This is Shopify's built-in payment processor, and to set this up, simply click Complete Account Setup. From here, you'll be taken to a form where you need to enter in your business and banking details. So fill in your business type, address information, tax ID number, banking information, and I can't really show a step-by-step plan right here as this is a demonstration account, but to be honest, this is really straightforward. Just fill out all these fields right here, and once you've entered all the information, click Save or Complete Setup at the bottom of the page. Now in case Shopify Payments is not available for you or you want to use other payment providers, simply click See All Other Payment Providers right here. From here, you can enable your third-party payment provider and do the process through here. Now with your payment method activated, your customers will be able to pay using a credit card directly on your store. Now let's also start up shipping. So again, from the settings tab, we want to go to shipping and delivery right here. On this page, you'll see the shipping settings organized by shipping zones. We can see domestic and international. Let's start by setting up the domestic zone. So we click on the rates right here, and then for the domestic zone right here, these are all the default rates that have been added. Now to add a rate, simply click this button right here. It says add rate, and now I'm going to select use a flat rate. I'm going to say standard delivery from 3 to 4 business days and a price of $5. Then I'm going to hit done, and then as you can see right here, it has been added. Now I can start removing all the other sections which are not available on my site. You can add different options as well if you have a faster shipping method, a slower one, or a cheaper one, but this is pretty much how you do that. It works pretty much the same for international shipping. We can simply go to add rate right here and also add a rate that fits your delivery. Then after setting up all your shipping rates, simply go down and press the save button right here. Well, right now your store is using a Shopify subdomain called My Shopify, which you can see right here as well on My Shopify website. However, you want a custom domain for a more professional look. And this domain name does not look appealing. For this, go back to the dashboard, go to settings, and then click on domains, which will show right here. Now, if you don't already own a domain, you can click buy domain right here. So we can click on this. Now we can find available domains that we can buy on Shopify. So I'm going to say blendgo, and straight away I can see blendgo.com isn't available. Now there are other options like blendgo.co, which I think is totally fine. But in case your brand shows nothing up, but in case for your brand name nothing shows up that's available, you need to modify your domain name. So for example, I could say hello blendgo. As you can see, for this name, the .com domain name is available for $16 per year. However, I think that the domain name blendgo.co is better for roughly $30 per year, so I'm gonna hit buy this one. Now fill in your payment information accurately, as this is required for domain registration, then enter your payment information as well, click buy domain to complete the purchase. After doing this, your custom domain name will be active on the store and you won't have an ugly one like this. Then before finalizing building our store, let's quickly set up some general settings. On the Shopify dashboard, go to Settings again, and then first click on General. In the store details right here, make sure that your store name is set correctly, your store phone number and email as well, and then you can hit Save. Make sure the unit system is right, the billing address is right, the time zone, and everything on this page. Also make sure the unit is correctly, the time zone, but in particular the currency. For me, I'm going to charge in US dollars, but if you want to change that, you can easily change that right here to the currency that you want to charge in. And if you want to enable certain tax zones for countries, you can go to Taxes and Duties right here and select different collecting tax for countries that you're selling to. For example, I can select European Union, and right here I can collect VAT when selling to someone in the EU. Then once you're satisfied with your store, it's time to remove the password protection and make your store public. For that, go to Online Store right here and go to Themes. And on the theme it says your online store is password protected. You simply want to click the button Disable Password. And we now made our store live and accessible for everyone to visit and buy our product. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel as it really helps us out. So thanks for watching the video and I'll see you in the next one.